Oh, hey, wow. I just barely got back in time with my Cayman Jack. Wow, good timing. It's funny. I have my StreamYard window up over there, and I have my YouTube channel, which is the delayed feed. But on this one, I can see the various things that YouTube is adding to live streams. Like it's ranking the participants that are in the live chat. I guess based on the amount of messages that they post. That's what it looks like. Yeah, yeah. Because well, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is because I see Dale as number one, and then I see Simon as number three, and then he's number one. Can you guys see that? I think you. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe only I can see that. But it's interesting. So, anyways, I did want to take a second to mention. Dale brought it up, and others brought it up in the live chat, the passing of James Van Crofton from Next Gen Mobility. I heard about that today as well. And yeah, it's very sad. I mean, I didn't know James personally. I might have interacted with him here and there over the internet, but no, I never met James. But I know a number of people that know him, and they had a lot of positive things to say about him. So that is sad. He died of pancreatic cancer, and I believe he was in his 40s. So definitely happened way, way too soon, unfortunately. So rest in peace, James Van Crofton. I guess Rob Fail is the one that posted the message about his passing, and Rob is involved with Next Gen, and I guess there's going to be some changing and restructuring, but Next Gen Mobility is going to continue on under Rob Fail's leadership, I believe. That's the impression I got. So very, very sad. Very, very sad. Very sorry to hear that. Um, let me start out the live stream doing what I should do all the time, and that's recognize my channel members. I just got a channel member while the stream was waiting to start. Timothy Plumley became a member while the stream was waiting to start, which I thought was cool. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. So I currently Timothy makes 24 members. So let me just share this. StreamYard has changed a couple things around here. Looks a little bit different. I guess I can do that. Share the entire screen over here. Okay, my current members. I can make myself smaller. I can still do that. Okay. Current members: Timothy Plumley, the newest, and this I think this is. No, it's not. Okay, I thought this one in order of length of membership, but not totally, because Dale sometimes his membership lapses and then he rejoins. But anyways, my current members: Timothy Plumley, Dale, the Electric Unicycle, Brian McCann, Michelle Bardaly, me and my EUC, Blue Collar Jose, Scampster, Medium Dog, Michael Lenardic, Philip Arnold, Planet Iceland EUC, E. Simon. He's also a moderator in the chat. Garrett Taylor. Why did that scroll up? That's annoying. Elvis. Okay. When I scroll down, it scrolls back. That's interesting. Babbitt the Wabbit, On Air Promo, also known as Larry Zarkov, A Viking, Brian Gonzalez, Doug Yetman, Ratman Murray, Black Crow, Senator Perry, Marty Eakin, and Stuart Ross. Stuart and Marty and Senator Perry have been members for 51 months. Yes, it's crazy, right? Over 4 years. That's amazing. Thank you, guys. So okay, so all right, let me get a drink and let me scroll down here. Medium Dog asked me, "What wheel did you get?" I'll let you know. Oh, that's right. I changed the font here for the text too. I did that last time. I was trying to think. My last live stream was about a month ago, but I think wasn't that? Yeah, I think that was the live stream that I ended abruptly because I had a date. Right? I think that was the one. So it was only like an hour, and I had my date, and then I had to I wasn't expecting to have a date, and then I did, so I had to end things quickly, and we went to the movies that night. No date tonight, though. I should be here. I'm not going to be here real late because I'm going to be doing something tomorrow morning early, but I'll be here for a little bit. Okay. Dale talking about James passing. Rexy World is here. Hey, Rexy World. Sterling, H. Sterling. I think you changed your YouTube name, Sterling. I think you were just Sterling before. Simon's here. Leo from Brazil. What's up? And you guys may notice also your chats are now displaying on screen, not only in the live chat area, but also directly on the stream here. You can see in the bottom right hand corner your chats show up there as well. PJ's here. PJ was recently in a wreck on his wheel. PJ wears. Guten Abend, Herr Duff. He said he dislocated his shoulder on a fall during a group ride. Yeah, they'll see if that comment puts you back in number one. I'm not quite sure how it works yet, but if you guys figure it out, let me know. But this is something new. I hadn't seen this before, so let's put that over there. Okay. Dale, in regards to James, obviously I never met him in person, but we were friends. I've known about his illness for a while, but it's still sad to hear of his passing. Yeah, I knew about his illness for a little while as well, but it is very sad. And I know that pancreatic cancer is one of those that is you do not have a high survivability rate with pancreatic cancer, unfortunately. Dale says he had experimental surgery 2 months ago in Spain, but unfortunately it was not enough. Really? No, I did not know that. That sucks. Leo says that's an emotion one. Oh, you can see the box. Yeah, I guess you can see a little bit. If I go like that, yeah, you can see it, right? Leo, you're too observant. Yes, V12S. That is correct. It is. Dale, how was your date? Get to throw the leg over? I'm not sure. What does that mean? I don't want to know what that means, Dale. Date was fine, Dale. It was just fine. Larry's here. Hey, everybody, multitasking, so I won't be chatting much, then have to teach my class, but here in audio and spirit. No problem, Larry. Appreciate you stopping in whenever you can. And okay, so Dale says that this scoring thing is ranking on participation. Well, like right now, I see you as number 3, Dale, but you've posted the most, haven't you? I see Leo is number 1. I don't understand how this is scoring. I don't really know. Before the chat started, I also, or before the live stream started, I also put a poll out there as far as what new wheel are you most, and I have a typo there. It wouldn't let me go in and change I couldn't edit the poll once I started it. So I was lazy and I let it go. But what new wheel are you most excited about? And overwhelmingly, the NOSFET Aero is in the lead with 11 votes. The other wheels were the InMotion V9, InMotion V12S, and the Extreme Bull Rocket. Looks like the Extreme Bull Rocket got maybe 1 vote from somebody. Well, as a NOSFET Aero owner, I understand that excitement. It's a very nice wheel. This week I did a video talking about the 2 wheels, and even though, I mean, they're in the same class of wheels, similar size and stuff, similar weight, but they're clearly aimed at 2 different people, and they're in 2 different price ranges as well. With the latest price drop of the V9, it's almost half the price of an Aero. So I think it's really they're both great wheels. They both are great wheels, but I think their appeal is to different types of riders. Dale, I saw this mentioned today, Dale. It's funny how InMotion are offering people the V12S for 40% off, but if your content isn't to their standard, they want it back. I did see that, and I did think that was I can't say I've ever seen that before. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, no, that was kind of weird. PJ's still sore from his fall. Funny, once they released me from the hospital, Detroit, I had to hop back on my wheel to make it back to my car. Oh, really? Yeah, that is kind of funny. Rexy World, wish I could participate in drinking a beer right now. Why can you not participate in that, Rexy? I don't know where you're at, Rexy, and I don't know why you can't participate in drinking a beer. Leo, the V12S screen seems awesome. Yeah, I was thrilled to see that they brought back that screen. You know, it seems like it's a bigger version of what was already on the V12 and the V13, and I love that screen. And then they got away from it with the V14 and the V9. They just went with a standard LCD screen, but now they got the awesome full color touch screen that has a lot of the app functions included with it. So I am very excited about that. I love that screen. It's my favorite screen that they've ever put on an electric unicycle. So happy about that. It's one of the many, many things about the V12S that seem really, really cool. Dale says the tin panels on the side of the V12S are a bit sus. If they come off, your pads are coming off with it. Yeah, I saw Johnny Go Vroom. He put bigger screws on his because I guess he identified the same thing. I'm not that worried about it because I'm not. I mean, I'll put the pads on it, but I'm not the type that's going to be torquing on it really bad. So I think I'll be fine. But yeah, he did identify those screws seemed less than substantial that hold those panels on. Stan, how many beginner wheels will InMotion develop this year? Well, the V12S is not a beginner wheel. Definitely not, because it has a top speed of 43 miles an hour. But you're probably referring to the V6, which came out as well. So they do have, I mean, if you go up the chart, you have the E20, which I thought they were going to rename that to a V number as well. I heard. But anyways, you have the E20. Then you would have the V6, the E20 being the two-wheel unicycle, which is actually sitting here on the floor to my left. And then you have the V6, which is very similar in size to an E20, except it's a single fat tire, meaning that even though it's only a single wheel, it should be easier to balance on because it's a very fat tire, along the lines of what's on a Z10, actually. And then you have the V9, which is a full function EUC. Not super high performance, but there's a logical progression up those wheels. And from an InMotion standpoint, I mean, yeah, I can see how they possibly are imagining that they could capture that customer from an E20 to a V6 to a V9 up until to their higher end wheels as well. A V9 to a V12S, maybe. I don't know how often that would actually happen, but there is a logical progression there. Rexy's driving a big ass truck. That's why you can't. Okay, well that's a good reason, Rexy. It's a good reason. Leo talking about the panels. Yeah, they are just a cover. Yeah, it's this wheel is not built flimsily. But yeah, those colors, those colored covers. I guess I should take this out soon. They are attached in a less than great manner, it seems. And it's funny, like the one of the things that I'm not thrilled about with the V12S is that bronze is it bronze, or I don't know what color you even call that. I don't like that color. And I saw when you put the pads on, basically the lower more than half of the wheels covered by the pad and the Velcro, so that it makes it less of that color, so I can deal with it more. But I know that the one that like Ronin had up in New York, they didn't have that bigger piece of Velcro in there, and I did not love that color. Ronin ironically did, because Ronin hates orange, so he was glad to see anything but orange. Okay, PJ just said the same thing. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either. There are ways around it, though. There are ways around it. Leo would say, I would like to see what's behind that and how the suspension is packed. I saw Johnny take the panel off, and all that was behind it was like I don't know, like ABS plastic. I'm not sure how you get to the shock on this. That's something that I have a feeling In Motion will do a teardown video. They have been doing that with a lot of their wheels lately. So yeah, I am interested in how that is all put together. Dale says the screen could be better if you could play Candy Crush. Never know, Dale. Could be a firmware update. Simon says to Rexy, it's cool to be on a live stream crossing the desert. Yeah, that is kind of cool, right? Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Dale. Hit that like button, and what that does is that will tell YouTube to, hey, people like this video or like this live stream. Let's promote it more. So hit that like button, and it's totally free. Leo's advice to PJ: you can always do a Marty and paint it black, but not ideal. Yeah, I think this wheel would actually look pretty sick all black, really. Does it bother me enough that I would actually go through the effort to paint it black? No. No. Oh, Rexy, you have Starlink? Oh, cool. Yeah, Starlink is pretty cool. It really is. I didn't realize that they had Starlink for trucks, but I guess it makes sense. Since you don't have to have Starlink really pointed at a specific thing, it kind of, since there's so many Starlink satellites in there, that it can lock on to any number of those satellites. PJ, wondering on everyone's opinion on the new Begode C8. Looks cool, like a V10F that ate too many pork chops. Well, a lot of people that remember the Gotway Nikola, it looks very similar to a Nikola with suspension. It's kind of a modern day Nikola, and I'm pretty sure that was pushing on the metal of my desk. Unfortunately, I'm sure that was the intent. The C8 looks like a Nikola, very much so. Seems cool. It's interesting. Like they've gone a similar route on that wheel as In Motion has on the V12S. You know, the V12S is an 84-volt wheel, but because of the increase in technology and the robustness, is that the word? Robustness of modern day system boards, you can squeeze some really strong performance out of an 84-volt platform. The C8, I believe, has a similar top speed to the V12S, 43 miles an hour. That's not too shabby. It's plenty fast enough for me. So yeah, the C8 is 84 volts, just like the V12S. Dale says the C8 is getting heaps of unwarranted hype. It's a cool wheel, but couple people are banging on like it's the best wheel ever. I wonder who you're referring to, Dale. Does it start with an M and end in a Y? Stan, any updates on the new LK Abrams? I heard about that, how they're bringing back the Abrams, but I do not have anything beyond what was initially out there, unfortunately, Stan. Be interesting, right? It's supposed to be a 22-inch wheel, right? Like the original Abrams, I believe. So yeah, that will be interesting. I wonder what it'll cost. Leo says that's the only thing, new tech or not, 84 volts. I don't know. Well, I know Johnny got one of these, and he's been loving riding it. I haven't heard anyone say anything negative about the ride experience on the V12S. Ronan up in New York, they got one. He seemed he was surprised. He was surprised how much he likes it. Yes, Dale, I do know. MY with good hair. Yes, Simon, yes. PJ says, and strangely, Rogers does not seem to like the V9 for some strange reason. I don't know. I don't really know what Roger likes and doesn't like nowadays. Okay, So let me see. How can I do this? I'm gonna have to move the camera up here, probably temporarily. Okay. Hold on. I know this is annoying for you guys. I'm sorry. Move the camera. Jeez. I should have multiple cameras, right? It's still not a good angle. Come on, man. I should have planned this better. Sorry. All right. Okay. There we go. Kind of see it. I should probably turn some light on here. We have no light. There we go. Okay, so this box was packed very well. It had packing straps around it, and it had shrink wrap on top of it. So this box was packed very, very well. It looks like you just squeeze these little things. There's 4 of them, and I believe the top just lifts off once you do that. Yeah, okay. I guess you can see that. 3 and 4. All right. So let's see what happens. Very nice. Top we have. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Look at this charger, guys. Look at this thing. Look. It's huge. Oh, my God. This is bigger than the charger that came with the F-22. Huh. It's an 84-volt charger that outputs 9.6 amps. Holy crap. That is surprising. I did not hear that from anyone else that reviewed the wheel, that the charger was this substantial. Holy crap. Okay. So it's basically a 10 amp charger. A 10 amp charger on an 84-volt wheel. Because I'm struggling to remember the battery size in this. Isn't it only like 1,500 watt hours? Hold on a second. I mean, with a 10 amp charger, that is gonna charge super, super fast. Does this have specs or not? Does this have anything of note in the manual? It's a very thin manual. Okay, parameters. It's a 1440, a 1,440 watt hour battery pack, and they give you a 10 amp charger for that. Holy crap! Wow. Okay. Well, this thing will charge extremely fast then. I mean, it could be totally empty and it would be recharged in no time. So this is packed so nice, man. So nice. And the other thing that is cool about this is it's a 16-inch wheel, but it actually has a very high profile. So it's very interesting. A 16-inch wheel with it's. Can you see this? Look how tall this thing is. It really is tall. The tallest 60. I mean, this is way taller than. Well, I should verify this, but it feels way taller than my patent, my 16-inch patent. Way taller. And for me being a tall guy, that's a good thing. All right, so we're gonna have to take it out of transport mode. Okay, I see what Johnny was talking about with these screws for these panels. They do look a little kind of, I don't know, low grade. All right, let's see. Where's the power button on this? I don't know. No. Display. Okay, charge port in the back. Dual charge ports, all right. Dual charge ports, and like the V9, it has a USB-C and a USB A port back there. Where is the... Is this it? Oh, is your screw cover? Where's the power button in this damn thing? I'm feeling dumb, man. It's not obvious. Oh my God, you're kidding.
Please activate your vehicle.
It's the eye.
Please activate your vehicle.
This.
Please activate your vehicle.
This is the power button right here. Okay, this is gonna go crazy. So let's.
Please activate your vehicle.
Let's see if we can activate my vehicle really quick. Hold on.
Please activate your vehicle.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna activate. There's a QR code on the top. To download the InMotion app. Okay, there it is. Connect. And okay. You have to acknowledge that you've read the safety reminders. What? Activate now. Okay, confirm. Confirm. I'm authorized as the main owner, and we are connected. Would you like to activate Ride Connect? That's the cellular modem that's in here, just like the V9. This has Ride Connect as well. We're not going to activate that right now. Not on stream. Wow, it comes with the batteries at 98% out of the box. Oh man, this screen is so nice. And there, and this has the projector headlight that you can't see this, but it's projecting the InMotion logo on the ground. Let's turn on the kill switch. Upgraded pedals from the V9. They're like they're similar to the V9, but they're better. They're better spikes. They're better spikes. Can you see that screen? Not that well. Not that well on the camera. All right. It's cool, man. This is a cool looking wheel. I like the high resolution LED here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. I like that. Yeah, it's this feels nice. This feels really nice. Okay. So now the question is where do I stick the camera? Oh, can I do this? Can I do this? I can do this. Yeah, you can see me. Okay. We can just shoot this way. I can see my messed up hair. All right. So let's do this. Okay, wheels unboxed. Wheels activated. And yeah, this is a hydraulic suspension, right? I think they said it's legit fast ace. The suspension on this wheel is supposed to be outstanding. So I'm looking forward to testing that out as well. Hold on. I'm behind in the comments. So maybe I should turn it. Let's see. So you can get the best look at it. I guess that's fine. Right there, you can see the InMotion logo on the floor. It would be cool if that was configurable, right? But as far as I know, it is not. The only thing you can do is advertise InMotion. But some people mentioned to me it'd be super cool. I'm sure this is something that they could eventually do. If you turn that into something that gives you the ability to display parameters, your speed, your battery on that projector, that would be a sick feature. And I would not be surprised if that comes sooner rather than later. All right. Dale says, I found it funny how hold on a second. Hold on. I'm not liking that font. Oh, what? What the heck? Just bear with me a second. Okay, never mind. Classic. No, block. Okay. All right. Well, I'll figure that out some other time. All right. Dale says, I found it funny how he was like, these ring lights are unique and only the Tesla has had them. Then I named 18 out of the models with them. Yeah, I never did he actually respond to that, Dale? I'm not sure. Did he ever respond to that? Oh, I see on the YouTube screen, Blue Collar Jose, a member for 5 months. Because he's a member, he gets to do super chat for free. And he says, if that V12S had better range, it would be worthy. Yeah, I don't know what the range will be on it, but I mean, it's a very heavy and big charger, but it will recharge you very quickly, Blue Collar Jose. Very quickly. I mean, a 1440 watt hour battery with a 10 amp charger, it's going to recharge you in what, a half an hour? It's crazy. Leo's not a big fan of the V9 either. I am a fan of the V9. It kind of, I don't know, for me, it kind of grows on you, really. It's kind of grown on me. Why does the lighting look so weird that way? Like everything here is all washed out. It looks very washed out, doesn't it? Yeah, I need a better angle, but I'm not quite sure where to put it. Dale says, I like the tech and the InMotion wheels, but the only InMotion I'd want is the V14. The OG V12 was great for a non-suspension wheel too. Yeah, I love my V12. I really did love my V12. And it's funny, like I remember when the V12S, when they showed the early shots of this, I thought that it was an ugly wheel. And seeing it in person, I like it, man. It looks sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. So I've had that happen with, like I remember with the V12. That's happened with a bunch of InMotion wheels for me. Like I see the early renderings of it, and I'm like, what are they thinking? But when I see them in person, I like them a lot more. So I don't know. It's weird. All right, okay. Excuse me, I'm going to change the camera angle again. I don't like it up there. I don't like it. Try here. Okay, except you can't see when I have the text up. Okay, there it is. And now you can't see my head. There we go, up there. Maybe if I slouch, there we go. Okay, you can kind of see everything, sort of. Hello. Okay, hold on. Okay, back to the Yeti. Okay. All right. Evidently, when I moved the mic, I disconnected the USB cable temporarily. It's back. It's back. Yes. Anyways, Leo, yes. InMotion has some excellent packaging. That's amazing to get that out compared to like a Pagode wheel. Because I remember I think the first time I noticed how good their packaging was with the monstrous V13. With as big and heavy as that wheel is, the box actually made it not that bad to take out, or put back in. Simon says that charger is a boat. It is indeed a boat. It is indeed. Leo says, hope they bring back the V13 with some proper suspension like the V12S. Yeah, that would be, yeah. I mean, if the V13 had hydraulic fast ace suspension, oh my God, would have been so much better. So much better. Yeah. Well, yeah, 10 amps will charge very fast, and it has 2 charge ports. I think I read somewhere that this thing can actually be charged at 20 amps, which I don't know. I mean, that's like, I don't know. Why would you do that? Or why would you need to do that, I would say. But whatever. Leo agrees that charger. Can I charge my Tesla? Well, I do have a Tesla charger out there, but yeah, this is the biggest charger I've ever seen with a wheel. And I thought the F22 Pro charger was big because that was a 10 amp charger as well. They also take longer to balance and to fill it up. Yeah. Oh, you guys were helping me figure out where the power button was. Yeah, thanks. I figured it out later. Sooner or later. Yes, and I acted to my vehicle. Stan, am I attending the Malaysia race? No. Absolutely not. I am not, Stan. Safety reminder from Simon, don't fall off. Yeah, and from InMotion. Yep. Stan says InMotion score with that design very different. Yeah, I agree. It really is. It's sweet, man. I love this screen so much, man. I love this screen, and it is definitely different than the old one. But you still have. I can change my speed alarms right now. Pedal sensitivity. Actually, this menu is way better than the other ones. Like with the V12 and the V13, it was kind of hard to do what you wanted to do. The screen is bigger and more responsive. Oh, it has sound wave too, where you can have like that engine sound. Different modes. You got comfort and sport mode. Power assist with a typo in it. They spelled assist wrong. Assist balance, really? Vehicle calibration, other parameters. I just changed it to miles per hour. Super easy. Spin kill, screen auto off, I guess. Oh, I wonder if this needs a firmware update, and if I can do it through here. Probably not. You probably can't do a firmware update through here. That would be weird, right? The time is set as well. It's in military time, but yeah, time is set, and it actually shows. Yeah, this is so cool. This actually shows the 4G signal that the cellular modem is getting right now, and I actually have 3 bars out of 4. Sweet. Oh man, this screen is awesome. Love the screen on this thing. Really good. Really, really good. Let's get it over a little bit more. I also have the pads, which I won't open now, but I have the pads as well, the stock pads, which seem nice. Seems like it comes with nice pads instead of something that you just throw away. So I don't know. My initial impression is V12S. It's going to be pretty damn sweet. And I already have a MOSFET Aero and a V9 that I've been playing with. Juicy 808 EUC. What's the speed on that wheel? Top speed is 43 miles an hour or 70 kilometers an hour. 84 volt platform. Elijah, what's up? What's up, buddy? Elijah, you're Fresh Bones, right? You look like Fresh Bones to me. What's up, what's up, Duff? That wheel looks insane, man. It looks really good. I mean, I like the looks of that more than my patent, actually, if I'm being honest. It just looks super modern. It's nice. This wheel also, like the V9, this is the second wheel now on the market that is UL certified. So not only does it have a massive charger, I can charge super fast, but it's super safe. It is a UL certified wheel, which means it also has high water resistance and very safe batteries. Dale says NSZR would be cooler. What do you mean, for the projector? Yeah, sure. It would. No, Dale, the top speed's supposed to be 43, which I was surprised by. Stan says, in my opinion, InMotion jumped ahead of everyone with the UL cert. If they drop a legit performance wheel, game over. Yeah, like a performance wheel that was UL certified. Sure. Juicy says 45. Well, it's more like 43. But that's awesome for that type of wheel. Well, I believe, and I mentioned this earlier, the Begode C8, I think, which is an 84 volt wheel, has similar top speed numbers, I believe. Dale said that Marty said that Dale was showing his true colors. What, when you took him to task about the LEDs? Yeah, whatever. Leo says at my weight, he'll be more like 25 miles an hour, but I thought Marty had it at over 40. Guess I remember wrong. Old age and all. Yeah, no, it's definitely over 40, Leo. Blue Collar Jose has over 600 miles on the V9, and I love it. I want something closer to the V13 Pro, but UL certified and tubeless. Yeah. I'm not positive, but I'm kind of making a presumption that this thing is tubeless as well. So what's interesting is, this is a 16-inch wheel. So the V9 is a 16-inch wheel. So this is actually the same diameter wheel as what's on a V9. But look at the difference in profile in this thing. Let me go grab my V9. Hold on a second. If I can do this without disconnecting the mic, it would be even better. Okay, camera can sit there. And because the V9 is so light, I can do this easily. I can just plug it in here, just set it next to the V12S. So V9 to V12S. Turn it on. So same diameter tire, but you can see how much more real estate the V12S has compared to the V9. It's substantial. Same diameter tire though. The more I'm seeing, the more I'm liking. Definitely liking. All right, so I guess I can't leave you just looking at the wheels though. Takes the pressure off of me though. I can do less hair and makeup, right? Mm. See, that's good because you can. I wish I could zoom out this camera, but I can't. Let's do that. Okay, I'll have to live with that. What was I going to say? Blue Collar Jose has over 600 miles in the V9 and love it. I want something close. Oh, no, I already read this. Yes, I agree, Blue Collar Jose. Definitely a wheel you don't want to drop. Wayne says, well, like the old V12, it does have a rubber nose and has a rubber ass on it as well. So you have a rubber bumper on either side, which would help in minor things. But it is an awful pretty looking wheel. And I'm assuming with the pads on the side that will help with side protection as well. But yeah, I'll dig into it deeper. But it is awful pretty. Yes, my mic is off. My mic is back now, though. Better be. It should be. Yeah. Can't hear. I didn't hit the button on the mic. The USB connection on this mic is wonky. And I am looking into getting another mic actually to eliminate that wonkiness. But I've just for years now I've just been careful to not hit the USB cord there. But I did. No audio. Audio should be back now though. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. All right, there we go. PJ, doesn't fast charging higher amps degrade the batteries faster? Yes, that has always been the rule of thumb. Always. But maybe with the newer battery technology, it is not as negative as it once was. Because for the longest time, a standard battery charger was what, 2 amps, 3 amps? And I've never been the type that needs to fast charge normally. But if the factory's giving you a 10 amp charger, you're probably okay. Duff, in your comparison, Elijah, Duff, in your comparison video, I believe you mentioned your EUC Army stands fit both the Aero and the V9. I'm interested in getting one. I'm also, okay, so this is not Fresh Bones, Elijah. Yes, it does. It does. You have to set it on the most narrow setting. And like if I know that someone's getting a wheel that requires the most narrow setting, I will set the stand that way ahead of time. EUCArmy.com. You can check them out there. I'm looking at 4 of them right to my right. I have 4 stands currently built. PJ Wares, did you purchase as new or a loaner for review? Neither, PJ. It's a similar situation as the V9 when I got the V9. Dale says, no way I'd try 43 on an 84 volt wheel. Well, I don't know, Dale. Like I said, I'm almost sure it's listed top speed is 43. But I had the manual right here. So let's see what it says in the manual. Because in motion is normally conservative. So, I mean, if they say it's 43, that means that they have considerable headroom above that normally. Let's see if you see a top speed under product parameters. Yeah. Designated maximum speed, 70 kilometers an hour. And in motion would not put that in the manual unless it could go, they would not put that as a top speed if it cuts out at 75 kilometers an hour. They would not. So, yeah, supposedly good. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get it up to 40. Idaho roaming gnome. More and more rentals, units, complexes are going to require UL listings for everything with a battery. Yeah. And understandably so. I mean, how many stories have we seen places going up in smoke due to a lithium battery fire, whether it be in an e-bike or a scooter or whatever. So yeah, I mean, InMotion is being very proactive in doing this, and this is the reason that InMotion is, the leader in consumer class wheels, in my opinion. And I saw. Hold on, I'm going to bring this up. I saw this today on an InMotion ad. I clipped it. Let me see. Where did I put it? Hold on. There. I know this is great live streaming when I'm looking for an image while I'm streaming. I apologize. There we go. Seller. Close that. Anyways, there was an ad. Let me bring this back to the screen. That said the InMotion V11Y is the world's best-selling EUC. Did you know that? Do I know that this is true? No, I do not. But InMotion is advertising the V11Y as the world's best-selling EUC. I don't know. Do you guys think that's true? I'm slightly skeptical. Elijah's loving the V9. Cool, dude. But do you have one, Elijah, or you're thinking about getting one? If you are, if any of you guys are thinking about getting one, I do have in my videos that I've done that include the V9, I have my affiliate link, which gives me a spiff and also gives you $50 off the price. And they just dropped the price of the V9 to $1,099. So I don't know that anyone has done it to verify it, but I think you can still use my code and still get a V9 for $1,049, I believe. PJ says the V9 tire looks smaller. It does, doesn't it? But it's not. They're both 16x3 tires. Leo, how about a compare with the Aero? Well, the Aero is only a 14-inch tire, Leo. But yeah, we can do that. Hold on. Let's move my phone out of the way. And my box over here. All right, MOSFET Aero. It looks much smaller. Can you see? Wait, you can't see it. Hold on. I gotta move this again. All right. This looks much smaller. Here we go. Look at that. Yeah, the Aero looks like a toy next to the V12S. Camera's having a hard time focusing. But yeah, a significant difference there. Significant. So there you go. You got a V9. That should be a joke, right? V12S, a V9, and a MOSFET Aero go into a bar. Unfortunately, I don't have anything beyond that, but that's the start of a joke, I guess. Okay. Don't bump the mic. Don't get stuck. Maybe we'll go around the mic. And we'll go over here. We'll turn it like this. Okay. It just doesn't want to go up that much. I know it's annoying to have me fiddling with the camera. I apologize. Are motion wheels difficult to disassemble for maintenance? They seem to have an infinite amount of screws. See, I took the motor out of the V13 and that was easier than I thought it would be. Oh shit! I forgot to close the. Oh man, Mickey be so pissed at me. Got to close my closet doors, man. EVX Mickey, man. That would piss him off. There we go. Now I don't look like such a slob. Anyways, yeah, the V13 was surprisingly easy to drop the motor out of. V12. I don't think I ever had to take the motor out of a V12. Never owned a V13. I've seen the manual, or I've seen the disassembly process on the V9 to get the tire out, and they definitely put some thought into making that process easier. It's not bad, and I would be surprised if they didn't use that same thinking with the V12S, but I can't verify that 100% yet. But I bet it's not that bad. Let's try this. Okay, you can't see the V12 very much. I was going to bring the table in here, but I was kind of rushed here, so I did not do that. Leo, the OG V11 was a nightmare. Yes, luckily I never had to rip the motor out of a V11 or do a tire change or do a tube change on the V11, but I had heard that was a freaking nightmare. Biggest thing I did with the V11 was change out the shocks. Wayne says when the mic is working, it sounds really good. Yeah, this is a Yeti Blue mic. It's good. The mic I'm looking at buying actually is a Steel Series mic, which I have a bunch of Steel Series stuff here already that you can't necessarily see. I have a Steel Series mouse. I have a Steel Series mouse pad. I have a Steel Series keyboard, and I have Steel Series headphones. I'm a Steel Series fan, and this mic is Steel Series as well that I'm looking at. Stan says, since you've been in the EUC game, which is over 9 years, I believe at this point, what are your top 3 EUC designs? What do you mean? You mean like visually, as far as what looks the best? I would say the ones that wowed me the most, and I don't know that long term that this held true, but I remember being wowed by the Z10, the Kingsong S20 when that came out. That was revolutionary. No one ever saw a wheel like that before, and it looks super cool. And then I would say the NOSFET Aero also is one of the most impressive wheels as far as the design, just the overall appearance of it. And that would be my 3 off the top of my head. Wheelie Brady's here. What's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by, Wheelie Brady. I saw that you were on whose live stream were you on? Was it Sensei Vegans, or you're on someone's live stream, or was it Cobra? I don't know, Wheelie. Brady, I saw you on one of them. Wayne says that is still really fast for anyone. My top speed on my patent is 24 miles an hour. Yeah. 43 is good for a very, very large portion of the EUC community. It's plenty for many, many, many people. Brady's going to try the Rocket after the show. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not surprised that you'd be interested in the Rocket, Brady. 168 volt platform in that small format. It's not something that interests me, but there is definitely people that would interest. Well, Stan says, I thought the Lynx was best selling. Maybe, I don't know. This is worldwide. And I don't think the Lynx is the most. No, because of the cost. Yeah. I mean, no. I'm sure the Lynx is not the best selling wheel in the world. Emotion V11, maybe. Yeah, maybe. It's basically their entry level suspension wheel. So. Did you buy do you have a C8, Brady? You bought one? I mean, I've heard good things about it. I don't know anything beyond what I've seen other people say about it, but I haven't seen anyone say anything negative about it. Elijah's V9 is getting delivered this Monday. Dale, just I don't understand this ranking system. I'm glancing over, and and Dale's number one, and then Wayne 37 Fly is number one. What is going on with the top fans? It's giving you guys XP. I don't know if you can see your XP. It's giving you guys XP, and Dale has 100 XP. Wayne has 75 XP. Juicy has 75 XP. There's a whole bunch of people with 75 XP. I don't know what this means, but you guys are taking turns being the number one fan. So anyways, Elijah's V9 is getting delivered this Monday. Awesome. Congrats. Juicy 808 EUC. I'm going to ride my Arrow after this video. Cool. I rode my Arrow this week at night. So it started at sunset, and then it went on to the night, and it was great. It was really good. I need to get pads. I want to put pads on it. But other than that, it's a really, really good wheel. PJ says, considering how old the V10F is, it's still a good seller as a beginner commuter wheel. Yes, I believe that as well, PJ. V10F is a very solid platform. Oh, so Juicy, you have a EX30? Yeah, an EX30 compared to a NOSFET Arrow is literally night and day. Definitely night and day. Stan says, I never put pads in the Arrow. The design is beautiful without. It is, Stan. But look, if I want to do stuff like if I want to go downstairs or hop curbs, I would much rather have a pad to kind of lock myself in. I don't know. I mean, it's not a priority. You know, I've ridden without pads for a very long time, and I can continue to do so. But I don't know. We'll see. I think I have a set of old Clark pads around here somewhere that I never, like original Clark pads that I never put on a wheel. I used to have them. I don't know if they made the move with me or not, but I don't know. Wayne says the V12S looks like a much safer wheel. It does. It looks like a great wheel. I mean, it really does. And I don't know. I mean, if it has performance close to the patent can go faster. The patent has a bigger battery because it's a 2200 watt-hour battery in the patent. I need to do a range test on the V12S and see what kind of range it is, but I don't know. Could it be a replacement for my patent, which I've always loved? I don't know. Time will tell. Juicy says, how does the front headlight compare from the V12S and the Arrow? On the V12S, it's good. It's similar. It's similar to the V12. It's a triple. Light's not on right now, but it's a triple headlight, and then you have the projector right here. So, and Motion generally has always had good headlights. Ever since the V11, really, they've kind of stay there. Stay. Ever since the V11, they've kind of put an emphasis on having good headlights and taillights. Dale says 19 people have liked. Okay, now there's, let's see how many likes we have now. I got to refresh this to see. Hold on. 21. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder, Dale. If you stopped in recently, take a second to hit the like button on the stream. Helps stream visibility greatly. Wheelie was on the Sensei show. Okay, gotcha. Elijah says the Arrow does look ferocious with that headlight. Looks angry all the time. Very aggressive looking. Might be my next wheel down the line. Yeah, it really is a well-designed wheel, and the way that the trolley handle works on that, it's great. I mean, it's very functional, but looks cool. It's just cool how it fits into the shape of the wheel. But then you just hit the lever, pop it up, and it's a really functional trolley handle. So that was some pretty impressive engineering. Review this, test that. NOSFET should have 2 wheels in the works. I would like to know what they are. What someone said that they do? I didn't hear that. All right, Cayman Jack is empty. Let me go get another one. I think I may have restocked my Cayman Jack supply since the last live stream. Okay. Brady says, just got the Rockets in today, but my C8 is my love right now. Really? You like it that much? Cool. That's cool, dude. Very cool. Am I correct in saying that the C8 top speed is similar? It's like 43 miles an hour. Is that correct? Leo, any chance in motion will do a V11 with a fast A suspension? My quick answer is no. Like I said, I have changed the struts out on a V11 before, and they would have to do a significant rework to get fast A suspension in there. So I don't think they will. And plus, since it's targeted at a lower price point, I don't think they will. Those of you that don't know, the retail price on the V12S is $23.99. I believe you can still use my affiliate link to get $50 off of a V12S as well, I think. Oh, so Dale says you can see the XP with the fan rating thing. Okay, good. You get XP by, Simon says, you get XP by sending live chat messages, super chats, and super stickers. Blue collar Jose, UPS lost my Master V4. What? Now I need to find another big boy wheel. Should I wait for InMotion to release a bigger wheel? Well, Master V4 is only a 20-inch wheel. How big of a wheel do you want, Jose? And what happened when UPS lost it? Was it like insured that you got the money for it, or what happened once they lost it? Elijah, do you prefer day or night riding more? I ride daytime the vast majority of the time. I like riding at night. I just don't do it very often. So, I mean, I would say it's probably 90-10 that I'm riding during the day than night. Review this, test that, says the Arrow just feels perfect for my learning needs. It feels good. Just wish the pedals were bigger, size 13. Yeah, I size 13 as well. The pedals have not bothered me. They could be a little bit bigger for bigger feet, but I'm okay with it. Knife 73. My thoughts on the V12 Pro. What do you mean, the original V12 with that they were selling for $9.99 when they were doing that promotion? I had the original V12. And I love that wheel. The original V12 was great. I said many times that wheel had suspension, I might still have it. I love the original V12, and a V12 Pro, as far as I know, is a V12 with just some additional improvements. Wayne's out. Have fun riding, buddy. PJ, it's been a while since you've done a speed test on a wheel. Well, on these lower speed wheels, like the Arrow and the V9, I don't see the point in it. I don't really want to push up against the top speed on a wheel. When I do a top speed test, I don't go to the edge. Never. I always want to have a little bit of ceiling, and with these slower wheels, I don't really need to do that. And to be honest, ever since I had my crash in October, when I fell into the traffic, I'm finding myself not wanting to go as fast, even without thinking about it. I look down, I'm doing like 32 miles an hour, and I'm like, that's good enough. That's good enough. And I'm sure it's related to that. Dale says they're too fast now, PJ. Yeah, for top end performance wheels, yeah, I'm not looking to go 50 miles an hour. The fastest I've ever gone on a wheel was like 49 and change. And I don't know what wheel was that. Was that an EX30, or I don't even remember what wheel it was. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what wheel that was. Blue Collar Jose, since Marty got less than 30 miles of range on the V12S, I'm going to have to pass. Yeah, that's interesting. Because I wonder how he was riding it. Because I mean, Marty used to always get the most range of anybody that was doing testing, because he was doing strict, like 18 to 20 mile an hour speeds. He was limiting his speed intentionally. If he only got 30 miles on the V12S, then I would say that he definitely was not going 18 to 20. He was going faster. When I ride the V12S, I will not be going 18 to 20 either. So I will let you know what kind of range I get. Review this, test that. I think the crash humbled him with the Insta flat. Yeah. I don't know if humbled is the right word, but it definitely changes your perspective when you are sliding in traffic and you are just, your body is tensing up because you're waiting for the moment when a vehicle runs you over. Literally, I was positive that was coming, and that changes your perspective, or at least it changed my perspective on things. So, and in addition to not wanting to ride as fast, I try to avoid those 3-lane roads with 60 miles of traffic when I'm in like a 3-foot bike lane. I have been trying to stay away from those situations as well, if possible. Brady says, I think riding on the trails with them gators is pretty hardcore, bro. Make more videos of that. Yeah, I'll probably take the Arrow to the swamp. I'll do that. Probably the V12S will find its way to the swamp at some point as well. I already took the V9 to the swamp. Brady, and it's like anything. Like some of the stuff you guys do out in California, when I did it for the first time, like, oh man, this is freaking ridiculous. But you guys are used to it, so it's not a big deal. But to me, it's not. Same thing with riding in the swamp with gators, 2 feet from your wheel. If you've never done it before, it's a little disconcerting. But I don't know. I've done it so much now; it doesn't hardly make me think twice. Review this test stats that Jack from NOSFET said they always have 2 wheels in the works. Oh, really? Okay. Well, they got the small suspension wheel and they have the off-road wheel. So you would think maybe next would be like a higher performance primarily street wheel. I don't know. I'm not sure. Simon likes the swamp videos. Cool, man. Yeah, the last time I went with a V9, there weren't a lot of gators. If I go, the longer I wait, once you get more and more into dry season. It's wet. Actually, there could be a decent amount now as we're getting into the wetter season. I don't know. My point is, I will try to get out there with these 2 wheels, Simon. That's what I'm trying to say. Brady says the C8 will do 70 kilometers an hour as well. Okay. Review this, test that. What do you think about the V6 for people moving from the E20 trainer for the price? I mean, I think skill-wise, it's a good step. I'm trying to remember what they're selling the V6 for. Is it $500? Something like that. It has higher specs than the E20. I think the top speed on the V6 is 15 and a half with maybe 15 miles of range. I think it was only a 240 watt hour battery, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, I think that if someone has the luxury of being able to buy a wheel for each step of the way, that the V6 is a logical next step. Unfortunately, a lot of people, they don't have infinite money to buy the wheel that fits their skill set at that exact time, and they'll wind up jumping up to something higher, just like kind of paying for it and just dealing with the learning curve. So I don't know. I think the V6 is a nice next step. I just don't know how many people will go in that progression. Stan, didn't I answer this, Stan? I thought I did. Am I going to the Malaysia race? No, I'm not. No desire whatsoever. For multiple reasons. Have I tried the F18? No. I have been annoyed though by the F18. Well, I've been annoyed by King Song's strategy. The F22 Pro, which I've had for a short period of time, a little over a month. That wheel was announced for a long time. It took an even longer time to get any kind of substantial stock in the dealers. I waited for mine for 3 months, I believe, something like that, from Alien Rides. And yeah, and it's a good wheel, 176 volts, good build quality. Some annoying things about it, but it had a pedal angle, a dihedral angle that made the wheel very, very uncomfortable for me to ride. So that was why I traded it to PEV Connection, courtesy of Rob Lee, for the NOSFET Aero. But the F18, now they're pushing the F18. The F18, it seems like they've addressed a number of gripes that I had with the F22, including the pedal angle is now adjustable. The pedal angle was not adjustable on the F22. F18 it looks like it's supposed to be like a direct Lynx knockoff, sort of. I've seen some of the skilled riders, doing their little Instagram videos, doing very impressive things in the F18. It looks like a nice wheel. Looks solid, right? But no, Leo, I have not tried it, and I probably will not have an opportunity to try it, nor do I need to buy it. So, Blue Collar Jose, about his UPS transaction where they lost his master. He got a full refund. I want something with 50 miles of range and 40 miles an hour. Nothing too crazy. Well, there's a lot of wheels that can do that. A lot of wheels that can do that. Master, I mean, for the money, the Master is a good wheel for that. It's a good value. Elijah, shoot, 40 miles an hour is crazy, man. You commuting to work with that thing? Well, it all depends, Elijah. Some people think. I mean, I've cruised over 40 miles an hour randomly, not a lot. And for me, I definitely don't need to do that. 30 is fine. 30. I feel like I'm moving fast enough at 30, but I have been 40 plus a number of times. Stan, when I crashed, you were conscious of all that was happening? Well, yeah. Basically, what happened was I was in the bike lane, and if you watch the video, right before it happened, I had checked my speedometer because I was doing a range test on the Master V4 when this happened, and I checked my speedometer and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm doing 36 miles an hour," and then all of a sudden, the tube ripped, which I didn't know at the time. Tube ripped, and the end result was it felt like I was riding on ice. I had no control. The wheel just started to wobble. I came off, and then I knew that I went into traffic. I tumbled somewhat. I wound up on my knees and elbows. But when I watched back the video, I had no idea. Like, if you've seen that picture of me in front of that red truck or maroon truck, I had no idea that truck was there. But I basically slid in front of that truck. He must have barely missed me, and then came to a stop in the middle lane on my hands and knees with a dump truck behind me. Luckily, the dump truck sat high enough that I think he saw the whole thing go down, and I think he immediately started to slow down, thank God, or else he would have run me over. As far as I could tell, the guy in the red maroon truck did not slow down significantly, and he just kept going. And like I said, here's the truck and here's me, and I just slid in front of him. And from everything I saw reviewing the video, he missed me by inches, it seemed like. But yeah, no, I was conscious, but you're disoriented. I mean, I was disoriented during it. Blue Collar Jose, I actually would be riding around 25 miles an hour. Just want room just in case. Yeah. Well, yeah. If a wheel, well, I mean, a V12S will give you plenty of headroom if you want to run around at 25 miles an hour. PJ says, isn't the V11 the wheel you and your brother were riding around at your mom's house with her dog chasing you around? Yes, that was at my dad and my stepmom's house when I was up in Pennsylvania. Yes. Yeah, that was a weird situation. That was the V11 demo that I got from eWheels, and I was going up to Pennsylvania in my Tesla, and Mickey had it, and at this point, Mickey was during COVID. Mickey was down in Florida. He has family in Florida, and he was staying with them, and he had the V12 demo, and he was doing his videos on it, and he was done with it. And we made arrangements that I would shoot across the state, get the V12. Did I say V12? The V11. I would get the V11, and then I would head north. So I went over there. I met up with him, and then I drove up to Pennsylvania with the V11. And then I shot that video and a number of other ones while I was up there in Pennsylvania, PJ. Elijah, gotcha. Doesn't hurt to know you could go faster in case of a sticky situation and need to get out of the area. Yeah, that is my viewpoint on higher performance wheels. Is I just like to have the ceiling, not like I'm going to push it, but it is a little reassuring to know that, you know, if you're going 30 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour, you're not anywhere close to the danger zone on that wheel. So that is good to know. Review this test that says I'm trying to get NOSFET to name the next wheel the Atlas. Oh yeah, and put an adjustable seat for use riders who have issues squatting. Well, that would be me. The only wheel I own that I can sit on is the V13. Blue collar Jose chiming in with the price of a V6, $449. Okay, and that's the introductory price, so that will probably come down, I would imagine. Hold on. Oh, Dale's leaving. Gotta go. All right, Dale. It's okay, man. Leo, don't remember. Can you put a tubeless on a Master V4? Well, technically, no. The V4 rim is not a tubeless rim. However, I did put a tubeless tire on there. I put the Jason from eWheel sent me the TNT tubeless that's used on the Sherman L, and I was able to get that on the V4. And then I did that after my crash, because of the tube blowing out. I thought it would be nice if I could have a tubeless tire on there, and I got it on there, but I could never get it to seat in a way that allowed it to roll true. And I'm not sure if that's because of the rim or if it's because the motor itself was maybe slightly dinged or bent from the crash. I'm not quite sure. But that tubeless tire did go on there. It sealed fine. I didn't have to even use slime or anything like that. It sealed fine. So technically, you can do it. Well, in practice, you can do it. Technically, it is not rated to do it. But Jason did say that he knows of other people that have put tubeless tires on their Masters as well. Blue collar Jose, who is that woman on your latest short? You're riding a longboard. Yeah, I didn't realize that will be pushed out as a new video. It was actually an unlisted video. I was going through my old stuff, and for some reason it was unlisted. The status was unlisted, and when it's unlisted, you guys don't see it. So I said, oh, well, this shouldn't be unlisted. So I just said, okay, make it public. So I guess I pushed it out as a new video. That was a video from 2018, and that woman in that was at my old house riding a off-road electric skateboard I had at the time, and that was Cindy, the woman that I was in a relationship with for 8.5 years, who was in that video. So yeah, that was a throwback for sure. I'm caught up. Oh wow, I'm caught up. Good. So in addition to the V12S that you still barely see glowing down here below me, I also have been, if you've been watching my channel, you've seen a lot of 3D printer content, right? Because I've been doing, not only did I have my Bamboo Lab A1 that I've had for a while now, I went and I bought a used Bamboo Lab X1C probably about a month ago now. And I had a few annoying things about it, but I think I have it basically worked out the problems I was having. And I have that, and I have an AMS2 Pro filament holder on top of it. So I did that, and it's been good. So I have 2 Bamboo Lab printers. In addition, I still have my 2 Prusa printers as well. And I'm having issues with space. So even though I was already having issues with space, I went and bought another printer early this week. Bamboo was doing like a 3rd anniversary sale, and they had a bunch of their printers at heavily discounted prices. And one of those printers was the Bamboo Lab P1S, which is a printer that is similar to the X1C, but doesn't have some higher end features that the X1C has, but it's still a very capable printer. Does a really good job. And they had a special where you could get it with the AMS, the 4 filament device, for 26% off its normal price, which was around $700. And I bought it. Do I need 3 multicolor printers? Questionable. I have it in my head that maybe I'll start selling some of the prints that I make. I do have a commercial license with STL Flicks. I could do that. But yeah, I now have a P1S. It's still in the box. I have not touched that. That's one of the things I need to do this weekend, in addition to playing with the V12S. I have a Bamboo Lab P1S. And in order to make it work, I've already, in my mind, I've come up with a plan where I'm going to be building a shelf below where my existing Bamboo printers are. I'm going to be moving my A1 down low because it doesn't sit that high. That'll be in the bottom shelf, and then up top will be my P1S and my X1C. I have the 2 bigger printers up top. And then I'll have a 3 Bamboo Lab print farm all set up and ready to go. Now, and then I just have to determine exactly how exactly I want to utilize it. I mean, I can use it. I need to make sure that I can do everything I need to do stand related with my EUC stands. If I can print everything I need and it comes out as I need on the Bamboo printers for the EUC stands, then I could probably get rid of my Prusa printers, and then that would solve some space issues I have. But yeah, I've been busy on the 3D printer, not field. I don't know. I've been busy with my 3D printer hobby as well. I've only had like 1.5 Cayman jacks, and I'm already not speaking well. But yeah, like I said, I can't stay up that late anyway. So, Blue Collar Jose, Elsa was how old? Oh, in that video. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Okay. Elsa was, let's see, well, in 2018, that was 8 years ago. Elsa was probably only less than 2 years old at that time. Like I said, it was a long time ago. Leo signing off. Yeah. I'll probably be signing off in a little bit as well. I'm trying to think what else has been going on since I last spoke to you in my world. Pretty much good things. Yeah, I mean, I've been busy. I've been having. Remember, I've talked about all the issues I was having with my IT band for basically 6 to 7 months. It was just like a chronic thing, and that's actually gotten significantly better. Finally, I did a combination of strengthening, stretching, periods of resting. But it actually is pretty good. Like the past couple of weeks, I've played pickleball like 3 times a week, and I started playing volleyball again, and it's been going okay. And knock on my Steel Series mouse pad. I'm hoping that I have it behind me, because it was really annoying not being able to do what I would normally be able to do physically. And that's been getting better. Like tomorrow, one of the things I hope to do is I'll get out and go play some pickleball again. So we shall see. There was something else too. Crap, what was it? Oh wait, okay. I guess I can end this. This poll that I've had open here. My poll that I had running the entire stream. What new wheel are you most excited about? NOSFET Aero still with a large lead at 63%. The V9 7%. The V12S has now moved up to 19% with 11% for the rocket. So okay, we're going to end the poll. End the poll. So right there are your final poll numbers. PJ, you never told us, how did the day go from last live stream? Was she nice? Do you like her? It was a date, PJ, but it was a date with a woman I've been seeing for all this year. So yeah, and now things are going very, very well. Very, very well, which is a pleasant change for me, because I've become accustomed to things relationship wise not going so well for me, and yeah, no, it's been really, really good. Things have been looking up in 2025. I was hoping like my 2023 was terrible, and then I was hoping 2024 was going to be, it's going to be the rebound year. Everything's coming up roses, and that turned out to be rather challenging as well. And so far this year's been going good. It's been going really good. Elsa is she's this direction. I have a dog bed down here, but she's not on the dog bed. Instead, she is beside the dog bed, underneath the wooden shelf that you can kind of barely see her. There's a top shelf, there's a bottom shelf, and she's wedged underneath it. Sometimes she just likes to be I don't know. She feels safe when she hides underneath stuff like that. And she's evidently hiding. Oh, speaking about 3D printers as well, like I said, I possibly will be getting rid of my 2 Prusas that I have. I did sell my 1 Prusa that I talked about on a video to one of my YouTube subscribers. Sent it out to, where did I send it to? I don't even remember where I sent it. Sent that, and I have another Prusa Mini for sale. I think I have it listed in Facebook Marketplace for $100. Trying to sell that, and yeah, I need to condense and clean and just sort of, I don't know. I need to get things in order, because it's getting to the point where I have too many things again. Although most of those things are confined to this room. The rest of the house is still not that way, but this room is I'm getting too many things hobby related in here, including my 3 screens that you cannot see that I have in front of me right now. Jose says, I just got my first 3D printer 2 months ago, an Elegoo Century Carbon. I've heard of that printer, or Elegoo. Yeah, I've never had an Elegoo printer. I had a bunch. I had Creality printers. I had any cubic printers in the beginning, and then I went crazy with Prusa printers. At one point, I had, I think, 5 Prusa MK3s and the Prusa Minis, because at the time, Prusa was the clear leader as far as quality goes, and they were workhorses and all that kind of stuff. But then Bamboo Labs came out, and they just kind of changed the industry, really. I mean, Bamboo Labs, a Bamboo Lab printer, you can. Oh, there goes the mosquito plane. A Bamboo Lab printer, you can know next to nothing about 3D printing and still print impressive things easily. They really do a good job with kind of sheltering people from some of the complexity with 3D printing. And yeah, I love their printers. They're great. They are great. Okay, I'm looking at my top fans. Let's see. So somehow Leo is the top fan right now. Why? I don't get it. PJ, you're number 2. And Dale is number 3. Again, I'm very confused by this rating system. I don't know if it's based on just, I have 16 people that are rated. I guess they rate everyone that participates in the live chat. I guess that's kind of what it seems like. PJ, yeah, you guys can ask me anything right now, because I have about half of Cayman Jack, and once that's gone, I'm gone. So. Once that's gone, I'm gone. All right. PJ, off topic. Have you ever ridden on the newer Bright Line trains in Florida? I think they're more on the east side of the state. When, yeah, there's none over here on the west side. But no, actually, when I went over, when Dawn was down here in Florida, and we went over to the East Coast to ride with the guys in the Miami area, I actually wound up on one of those Bright Line trains to ride with my patent. I rode it back to the area that was sort of close to where we parked originally, because Dawn stayed there overnight. I did not. I had to come back to let Elsa out. But I was on one of those trains, and it's interesting. It's almost like you almost feel like you're on like an airplane, sort of. You know, they have like stewardesses that come down the aisles, and it's very clean and modern looking. So yeah, no, I was impressed. I don't remember what I paid to do that ride. It was only like I don't know, maybe a 10 to 20 mile ride that I took on the train, but it was kind of cool. Over here on the West Coast, they don't have that kind of population density, so that we don't have trains really at all for commuting over here. Buses, but not trains. Wow, I'm surprised the V12S is not turned off yet. All right, I'm going to turn it off. Okay. This will all probably get cleaned up in the morning, I think. Come on. Ugh. All right. We are down to 17 people. How many likes do we have? Let's see. $23 likes. All right. So let's see. What else do we need to address? What do we need to address? Blue Collar Jose, channel member Blue Collar Jose. When am I doing a range test in the V12S? I don't know. I would say within 2 weeks. I would say. Next week is 4th of July. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I will try to put a priority in doing it though. But my range tests are a little different than they used to be. Like I was when I moved here to the new house, I kind of made my range tests going from my new house to my old house and back because that was roughly 50 miles. And then once I got back in this area, then I would add additional mileage if the battery survived. But the problem is doing that route takes me on a lot of the 3-lane roads with 60-mile-an-hour traffic in a bike lane. And I don't know, it doesn't feel that comfortable to me to be doing that. So I'm not sure. Where I'll do the range test, or if I'll be doing something similar to what I've been doing with the smaller wheels, the V9 and the NOSFET Aero, where I'm just doing commuter style riding around here where I'm going 20 to 25 miles an hour. Because when I was doing those other range tests out to the house and back, I'm doing most of my range in the 30 miles an hour plus category. So yeah, I'm not sure, Jose. PJ says, I think Brightline is thinking of extending to the west side. Really? Well, I don't know. I can't imagine. Maybe in Fort Myers. I don't think they would ever happen in Naples. Naples doesn't seem like a train type of place. I don't think that they would get that passed. Naples very much tries to maintain a certain type of image, I think, and having trains probably would not coincide with that image. Fort Myers, maybe, but I doubt that it would come to Naples. All right, guys. I think I actually have a alarm already set for 5:30 a.m. and I think I'm gonna call it. I think. What do you want, PJ? Do you get our publication, Home Pros Guide? That's your publication, Home Pros Guide. I get a pamphlet. Is it called Home Pros Guide? What, where you have like local contractors in it, PJ? If that's what you're talking about, yeah, I do get something like that, I believe. Yeah. But I did not know that you were connected to it. Blue Collar says, have a good night. Thank you, man. Thank you, Blue Collar Jose. And thank you, PJ. Thank you, Rexy World. Thank you for everyone that stuck in tonight. And like I said, look for more B12S content coming up in the future. And but anyways, that's all I have for now. Thank you for stopping in, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Till next time, Duffman out.